all, this is Amanda from Amanda Tamsin Handcrafted. Today I'm going to talk with you about the switch knot, which is a variation on the square knot. It's a really useful one and I'll show you why. So we have an example of the switch knot just here. Just allow that to focus a little bit. So this is the switch knot, and you might have guessed already why it's useful, and the answer is because if you've been using a lot of cord, like you will have used a lot of this gold cord here, because the square knot running down here and also the berry knot, they take up a lot of cord. So the outer cords, you've been using them a lot if you've been doing a row such as this. The switch knot enables you to switch which cord is the outer cord. So we can see it again there with the gold and the dark blonde colour there. So what that means is if you're running out of the cord that you've been using on the outside of, say, a group of 4 cords, then you can swap the cords around with the inside ones, which will still be longer, and then you can begin using the inside ones on the outside. So it means that you can both switch cords and switch colours as well if you're using more than one colour. So it's a great solution when you're running out of the cords that you've been using on the outside. And you can see another example of it here. So again, I've done a long run of square knots, a berry knot, which I'm going to link a tutorial for the berry knot below too. And then my outer cords had been running short, so I swapped with the central ones here with this switch knot, and then I was able to carry on and finish the plant hanger in that way. And the other thing about the switch knot is it's just also really good for adding a little bit of negative space. You could make the switch knot a lot longer than that and just add some nice negative space if your macrame piece is looking a bit crowded and a bit too knotty. So that's the switch knot. So I'm going to get on with the tutorial now. So I have a macrame plant hanger in process. You see the top of that there, and then if we go down, and so you can see you've got a row of square knots there. I'll also link the tutorial for the square knot below, the berry knot, 1.5 square knots, and now we're going to start our switch knot. So you can use the switch knot in a row of square knots like this one. I've also sometimes used it with the spiral knot too. Just takes a little bit more care to position it nicely. But yeah, with the square knots it works really well. So it is just a variation on the square knot, as I was saying. And so what you're doing, you've got these outer cords, which quite often might be becoming short. So you want to swap and use the central cords, which haven't been using up as much cord, and put them on the outside so that you'll have plenty of cord for your plant hanger. So what we're doing now is we've just swapped. So we've got the 2 cords that were the outer ones in the centre, and then the 2 cords that were in the centre on the outside. And then all you do is a square knot in the normal way. So we'll start off on the right this time, although you could start off on the left. And we will put the cord from the right, so it actually came from the centre, went under that outer one, so now it's an outer cord itself. So you can see the shape it's forming there. It's going over those central 2, and then the one that's come up from the centre is now on the outside, and on the left it goes over the other outer cord, the new outer cord. It goes around the back, and then you pull the end through. Quite a long end there. And so what we can do is we can just decide how big we want how long we want our switch knot to be. And if you need to conserve quite a lot of cord, if you're running short generally, you might want to make it quite long. If you want a nice amount of negative space, again, you might want it quite long. I'm going to make it about this length here. Okay, so what we need to do is, keeping that in place there as best we can, we finish our square knot. So this time we take the cord from the left and it goes over the central two. The one on the right goes over that one, around the back, and pull it through. And then we just do a square knot in the normal way. So that's it. So we have an ordinary square knot there, an ordinary square knot there, and here we have our switch knot in the middle. Thank you for watching, everyone.
And bye for now.